This is about scientific notation. What does it mean to convert units and prefixes? And you will have to have a scientific calculator. In this case, I'm using the Casio. It's all in the prefix. So what do these prefixes mean? This is a very important table that you need to know. I want to just point out the middle of the table, which is about the actual unit, say meters, liters, or bytes, whatever unit you think of. And then this is your multiplication factor, as well as here. So the positive exponents, 10 to the power 3, which is 1,000 or a million or 1,000 million. Then giga, mega, kilo, and you need to know these symbols. And here, remember that times 10 to the power minus 1 is a tenth, and 10 to the power minus 2 is a hundredth, and a thousandth. So whether you divide by 1,000 or multiply by 10 to the power minus 3, it is the same. And then these meanings that you need to know, and again the symbols. So which buttons do you use on your calculator? Now there's basically two buttons that you need to know of, and that is your times 10 to the power x and your minus in a bracket button. This is the button that you will use to change the sign of an exponent. You do not use the subtraction button there. You rather work with the minus in a bracket. Then an example. A few examples. 5 gigameters. Giga means times 10 to the power 9. Therefore, it is just 5 multiplied by 10 to the power 9 meters. And 3 milliliters. Milli times 10 to the power minus 3. And that is 0,003. 3,543 micrometer. 3,543 times 10 to the power minus 6, because micro is 10 to the power minus 6. And 205 picocoulomb. Pico represents times 10 to the minus 12. And then you simply type these values in on your calculator. Please make sure that you know how to enter the scientific notation. And let's look at the example. I'm using the third one on top on this slide. You first will enter the number, then the times 10 to the power x button, the minus bracket button if you need to change the sign. So therefore, let's look at 3,543, then the times 10 to the power x, minus, because it's a minus 6 exponent, then the 6, and that gives you your number. Right, so how do we do it if we need to convert cubic units? For example, 15 cubic centimeters converted to cubic decimeters. First of all, I want to explain that you must remember that there's 10 centimeters in 1 decimeter. 10 centimeters, that means it is 10 times 100th, which is equal to a tenth. But a tenth is just 10 to the minus 1, which is deci. So, this question being about cubic units will mean that I can't just say that it's 10 centimeters in 1 decimeters. It is now 10 cubed. Cubic centimeters in 1 cubed cubic decimeters. That is 1,000 cubic centimeters in 1 cubic decimeter. So therefore, you can see that centi means it's a small unit compared to the deci, which is the bigger unit, because 1,000 cubic centis fit into 1 cubic deci. So the centi must be the smaller one. Therefore, you will divide the 15 from our example on top. You will divide the 15 by 1,000, or you will multiply it by 10 to the minus 3. So the number that you will enter is 15 times 10 to the power x, your minus for the negative exponent, and the 3. That gives you 15 times 10 to the minus 3, which is then 1,5 times 10 to the power minus 2 cubic decimeters. And that is how you would convert from centimeters cubed to decimeters cubed. Thank you, that's all.